Current and former members of the Secret Service share insight on safety preps ahead of the inaugural ceremony. Locals react to the $650 million jackpot. Officials are investigating a fire at a former funeral home.
And as a high pressure moves into our area over the next few days, we're going to see some sunshine and warmer than average temperatures. We're going to have more timing and details coming up here soon.
Now, from West Tennessee's News Channel, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 10.
We begin tonight at 10 with the lottery jackpot at $650 million. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Fernandez. We spoke to some West Tennesseans and they shared with us what they would do if they were to win all of that money. WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News reporter Nikita Dennis is live in the studio with those details. Nikita?
That's right, Stephanie. It's that time of the year where people are buying lottery tickets in hopes of getting lucky to win over $600 million. People walked through the doors of Old Medina Market in Jackson on Saturday buying multiple lottery tickets in hopes of winning the $650 million jackpot. We asked residents why they chose to buy a ticket and what they would do if they were to win the Powerball.
640 million, I think. So, feeling lucky. I probably have to ask my wife.
Some people played for both the Mega Million jackpot and the Powerball, even buying 30 tickets at a time. Jackson resident Eric Schieffer says he comes to buy a ticket every day, and if he wins, there is a lot he will do with the money.
First, I would tithe. I'd give 10% to the church. I'd make sure some things were taken care of.
Employees at Old Medina Market say they have had over 1,000 people in one day buy a ticket, and they expect more to come. Now for tonight, it is at the $600 million mark, but the amount of money will rise by Tuesday if no one claims the jackpot. Live in the studio, Nikita Dennis, WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Nikita. A new way to eat from home is being offered in the Hub City. Mama Botto's Ciao Bella is now offering an authentic cook-at-home experience. Meals come packaged inside a box, and you have the choice of choosing the type of pasta you want, the type of sauce you'd like, and the type of dressing for your salad. Mama Botto's Ciao Bella's owner, Jack Botto, says these meals are perfect for anyone who doesn't feel comfortable dining out during the pandemic. It's also perfect for those wanting a special date night.
You know, we're not open on Sundays, so this makes it a good thing. Pick up on Saturday, have for your Sunday afternoon meal with the family. You're ready to go. So you've got Mama Botto's in your kitchen on Sunday afternoon.
The ready-to-cook meals are $25.95 and can feed up to 4 people.
Well, good evening, everybody. Here in Jackson today, we have been seeing some pretty cloudy weather for the moment. We're remaining pretty clear. If you look out right here behind me on our radar, you can see that we don't have anything showing up, which is a great sign. But if we zoom out just a little bit, you can kind of see we do have some clouds kind of moving in from the west into our area, which can kind of increase temperatures just by a degree or two overnight, or kind of keep them stagnant and keep them from decreasing as fast. But our current conditions right now, we're looking at 36 degrees. Got a slight breeze out there, not as windy as we were earlier on today, and we're going to continue dropping into the evening. So as you see, we're not dropping as fast as we usually do, maybe a degree or two per hour, and that's due to those clouds kind of moving in here. We're actually slightly coming down from that high today of 42. We were a little above average on our low, though, of 33. Overall, a pretty chilly day outside. Now tomorrow, when you're stepping outside on your way to church, make sure and grab that jacket. It's going to be chilly, and your thermometer might be showing a few degrees warmer than it actually feels like. That's due to those winds out there. But afterwards, we are going to see a little increase in temperatures as a high pressure moves into our area, giving us some above average feels outside. But for our weather headlines are going to be brought to you by CNC Wine and Liquor. We're going to have a warmer and sunnier start to the work week, and then afterwards become very wet and windy. And then we're going to end with some warmer than average temperatures at the end.
A look at today's new cases for COVID-19 from the Tennessee Department of Health. In West Tennessee, Madison County has 68 new cases, with 1 new death, bringing the total number of to 157. Gibson County has 37 new cases, 111 total deaths. Carroll County has 17 new cases, 59 total deaths. Chester County has 12 new cases, 37 total deaths. Crockett County has 7 new cases, 38 total deaths. Hardin County has 19 new cases, 47 total deaths, and Henderson County has 19 new cases, 56 total deaths. For a full list of cases by county, look for the story on our website under the COVID-19 tab. A West Tennessee man is asking the public for their help. On Monday, this former Carnes and Son funeral home in Rutherford caught fire. Fire officials say no one was in the building at the time and no injuries were reported. The owner of the property, Devin Edwards, says if anyone has any information that can help investigators, please come forward.
Yes, they actually put up a sign in front of the house that there was a $5,000 reward to anybody that could give information leading to arrest for the arson.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. It will be an inauguration day like no other in the middle of a devastating pandemic, 2 weeks after the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, days after an impeachment hearing, and threats of more violence to come. It brings up an important question. Should President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris take their oaths outside of office? Britt Conway has some perspective from current and former law enforcement officials.
Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2021. And law enforcement officials around the country are getting ready.
There's a great deal of very concerning chatter, and it's what you don't know that we are preparing for.
Hoping for the best, preparing for anything, especially in the nation's capital, where President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris are expected to take their oaths of office outside. But a former Secret Service agent says he's confident the inauguration will be safe.
The Secret Service, working with everybody, all of their law enforcement and intelligence partners, will ensure that Joe Biden, will take the oath of office outside and it will be safe.
He says law enforcement is taking what he calls a multi-layered approach in its planning.
We see a lot of the overt actions, but there are a lot of covert actions that they're taking.
One senator expected to attend says the fact that the event will be so scaled down will work in their favor.
Much more emphasis when it comes to the perimeter and the guard and what they're doing. So in that way, it's going to give them the ability to make this a very safe event, and they have told us that.
And Biden and Harris say they're ready.
I'm not afraid of taking the oath outside, and we've been getting briefed.
With Harris telling NPR, we cannot yield to those who would try and make us afraid of who we are. Instead, she's thinking more about hitting the ground running after Inauguration Day.
I will be thinking about all of the people who are counting on us to lead.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
For millions of Americans, a fear of needles may make the decision to get the vaccine even harder. That's in today's Health Minute. Racing to get more COVID-19 vaccine supplies after warning about a new variant from the CDC. That news and more when we come back. Getting a COVID-19 vaccination is one of the best ways to protect yourself and others from the coronavirus, according to the CDC. But for millions of Americans, a fear of needles may make the decision to get the vaccine even harder. Mandy Gaither has ways to ease the fear in today's Health Minute.
While you may not describe getting a shot as fun, some find that needle downright frightening.
In instant panic, I get clammy and queasy and nauseous, shaky, sweaty, everything that you would get in a really stressful situation.
Alyssa Moody says when she was younger, she'd even faint from her fear of needles. About a quarter of American adults share that fear, and an estimated 7% avoid immunizations because of it, according to the CDC. If you're one of them, you may be able to work through it on your own. Cheryl Carman, a psychologist at Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center, suggests overcoming a needle phobia with exposure, placing yourself increasingly and repeatedly closer to what you fear. For example, you can begin by looking at drawings of needles, then photos, then try watching videos of immunizations until you can finally work your way up to getting an actual shot. Another psychologist suggests reducing anxiety by relaxation techniques like meditation. Distracting yourself during a shot can help too. Moody says that's one thing she now does.
Keep my eyes focused on something other than what's happening on my arm or wherever else I'm getting the shot, and that makes it tolerable.
If you have a severe fear or phobia, it might be time to seek medical help, but it's a good idea to do that soon. It may take a while to work through your fear, and more COVID-19 vaccines will become available in the coming months. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Psychologists say leaving a phobia untreated may also cause symptoms to worsen over time. And states nationwide are trying to get more COVID-19 vaccine supplies and distribution after a warning about a more contagious variant of the infection. One variant, first identified in Britain, is now being found in the U.S. On Friday, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said models show it could worsen the spread of the virus. Across the country, the agency is urging people to wear masks, avoid gatherings, and stay socially distant from one another.
It is going to burden the healthcare system, it is only going to increase the number of deaths, and it is going to spread the illness faster throughout the country.
Researchers say they believe the more people that are vaccinated, the more protection the public will have. The CDC is calling for more aggressive vaccine distribution. So far, just over 12 million doses have been administered.
And coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more about that wet and windy week ahead and let you know just what could be in store. Right now, we are looking to be getting in 1 to 2 inches of rain, but we'll have more timing and details coming up for you here next.
Now, WBBJ Storm Team Weather.
Well, good evening, everybody. Seems like this past week we've had more and more chances of winter weather come our way, and it's kind of made it feel like a little wet week we've had, but we're slowly going to start drying out. We're going to have a high pressure that's going to be moving into our area really tomorrow evening into Monday. It's really going to give us some sunshine and some drier conditions. We can really see those dry conditions right here on our Storm Tracker 7 Max radar. You can see there's not a thing out. We are crystal clear, and if we zoom out just a little bit, there's still not a lot going on. You can see that winter weather system to our north that's continuing to push east. We do have a few clouds starting to move into the area, but that is no big deal. We don't have any moisture in sight as of the moment. As you can see, we are looking pretty clear over here in Jackson, and we're currently sitting at 36 degrees. So we've dropped quite a bit from our 6 o'clock show earlier on, and we're going to continue to drop overnight into the lower 30s. But as you can see here, we're sitting pretty much around in the 30s all throughout the region. We've got 41 in Memphis, 39 in Ripley, 38 in Union City, 36 in Trenton, 37 in Lexington, 37 in Savannah. So we're still starting to drop all around the region into those lower 30s. Now, as we move on in, there is a chance that we could see a few flurries overnight, but it's not looking to be very likely, just a low chance. We can thank these dry conditions due to no high or low pressures near our counties or region right at the moment. This will be changing later on into the week, but for the moment, we're crystal clear. As you can see, we do have this cold front that'll be moving through tomorrow evening, really into tomorrow afternoon, and these two low pressures to our north are slowly going to continue moving more east so that they will be more out of the way, and we will have less of a chance for winter precipitation moving on. And then we will have this high pressure right over here that'll be moving into our way on Monday, giving us those chances for sunshine. As you can see, these chances for rain are looking less and less likely throughout the week, and those little squiggles you might see, just a few chances of flurries overnight, but it's looking like we're going to be pretty dry for the most part. On our futurecast, you can see over here, we are drying up quite a bit, maybe seeing a few clouds here or there. For the most part, we are going to be looking pretty dry, no rain in sight. As we move on into Monday, you can see that we are clearing up quite a bit, especially into Monday afternoon. That rain chance is going to appear back Tuesday evening, really covering the region Tuesday afternoon. You can see about 2 o'clock it slowly starts to move out of the area and gone by about sunset. Now, this chance is going to decrease and come back on Wednesday afternoon, and we are expecting to get 1 to 2 inches of rain later on through this week. So we've got a pretty wet week coming ahead with our greatest chances of rain towards Memphis. Going to be windy as well, so make sure to tie down those trash cans. Tomorrow we're going to be getting into the upper teens for wind speeds. It's going to be kind of windy out there, and gusts up to 30, almost 30 miles an hour, which you can see over towards our west. We'll be cooling down after that. But tonight we're going to be sitting at 31 degrees, still dropping into those freezing temperatures, and then tomorrow rising back up to the 45. Going to see a few more pockets of sunshine heading out there, but for the most part we should be in for a fairly cool weekend. Rain will return Tuesday through Friday and hopefully give us a dry Saturday. This 7-day forecast.
Then 760,000 pounds of Hot Pockets have been recalled. There are concerns that they could contain pieces of glass and hard plastic. Parent company Nestle Prepared Foods said it received complaints about contaminated materials being inside the frozen sandwiches. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says products produced and shipped to stores nationwide in November are a part of the recall. There has been one report of an oral injury after someone ate one of the hot pepperoni pockets, according to the USDA. You could go to the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service website to find out more information. The inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden is just days away, and this empty space is one of the United States Postal Service preparing for possible violence. On Saturday, it announced it has temporarily removed or locked blue mail collection boxes in several major cities. The Postal Service says it usually does this to keep employees, customers, and property safe during protests or large gatherings. The USPS says it also removed mail collection boxes in Washington, D.C. during the Trump inauguration in 2017.
And coming up, we're going to take one last look at that 7-day forecast and tell you just how you can prepare for the week coming ahead. Well, good evening, everybody. We're going to take one quick look here at our 7-day forecast and tell you just how you can prepare for what's coming ahead. Starting off, you can see we're going to have a little sunshine moving in Sunday into Monday as a high pressure moves into the area. But coming up on Tuesday, we're going to get a wet day ahead. It should clear out before sunset and then move back in Wednesday, lasting to Friday with a dry day on Saturday.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Have a great night.